Welcome to this Stamford Fire Department water supply operations training tip on air leaks. Our water supply operations have introduced new equipment and methods recently, so we would like to review areas that can sometimes cause delay when beginning to draft. As with any drafting scenario, you need an airtight system. We will review where your fittings must be tight in order to achieve a draft. This segment will show the initial setup at the pump panel to begin a through-the-drain method of drafting from a portable tank, which is the responsibility of the third due engine. Prior to beginning a draft, always check to make sure all drains are closed. The air bleeder on the intake valve is commonly overlooked and should be closed prior to beginning your draft. Always keep in mind, some drains can be in hard to notice places, sometimes unknowingly left open, allowing air to enter the system, making a draft unachievable. As we begin setup, remember that the essential equipment for the operation, also known as the dump site setup kit, will be found in the incoming tanker 68 from Turner River or tanker 78 of Long Ridge. One of these tankers should be your first on-scene nurse tanker, which will also supply this equipment. To begin the setup, remove the Stort's drafting adapter and attach it to the Stort's intake manifold. Always be sure the adapter has the correct drafting gasket. A coat check adapter will have white gaskets, while a TFT adapter will have gray. We have had great success with this adapter, which has not shown to be the point of air leakage, so long as the correct gasket is in place and not worn out or damaged. Therefore, these gaskets are essential and should be inspected periodically. As a reminder, leaving the intake manifold on and using the Stort's drafting adapter is imperative to the operation so the third due engine can deliver tank water to the fire scene while still setting up for a tanker shuttle operation. As part of routine checks, driver operators should always know their intake manifold is securely attached to the engine so the manifold's threads will not be a point of air leakage. Once the adapter is in place, the next item to grab will be the 90-degree suction elbow. Thread this adapter on. You may see these two adapters already loosely attached together for quicker deployment. Once this is done, you can connect a hard suction to the 90-degree adapter. Be sure all threads are tight. Use of a dead blow hammer versus the standard mallet is preferred when tightening all threads in a drafting situation. This weighted hammer is sure to be enough to get a snug fit. 2 sets of hands are always better than 1. We know it doesn't take a big air leak to disable an operation. Sometimes the standard taps are not enough. The threads on the 90-degree elbow appear to be overlooked the most. To demonstrate where you could have air leaking, after a few taps with the hammer, we sent non-pressurized water back down the hard suction from the pump. You can see where the water drips from the threads, representing an air leak. These threads are not completely tight onto that Stort's adapter. We dramatized this leak because we have identified it as the most overlooked air leak connection point during a drafting operation. To create an airtight seal, simply grab a spanner wrench and a dead blow hammer to tighten down the threads. The spanner helps create the needed resistance to make an airtight seal, as there can be a little movement between the connection point of the two Storz adapters, which sometimes can hinder your attempts to make a good seal by just hammer blows. The remaining steps of the through the drain method can now be set up. This will include the addition of a second length of hard suction. This threaded connection point is another location you should tighten with a dead blow hammer. From here, the pump operator of the third due engine can begin to draft and supply reliable water from a tanker shuttle dump site operation to the fire scene. We hope this video will help you quickly identify and correct any potential air leaks that could inhibit the third due engine from drafting. Good luck and be safe.